let's talk about some tips and some things people can do to get on the customer journey path.
So big data. Let's talk about the science of marketing, right? The big mistake that I see companies making right now is not centralizing and consolidating your data. It's a challenge for everybody. It's become trapped in different departmental silos and systems. You need the right tools that can pull together all of the customer information from a variety of internal and external sources so that you have a full view, right? Lisa, you've talked about it as seeing a lack of alignment across departments.
Absolutely. We, in the communities of CMOs we work with across the U.S., we just finished our 4th annual CMO Innovation Trend Study, and not only face-to-face when I meet with CMOs, but also in our study of 102 CMOs, they said lack of alignment across departments is one of the top 3 barriers to their innovation success. This is a big issue.
Yeah, so I think step 1 is making sure that you've got a handle on the various data sources and are pulling all that together. But then you need to turn that into information and the insights that will help you take action on your campaign. So if you look around the wheel here, let me point out a couple of things. You have machine learning. This is really the data science and the algorithms that mine your data and identify and find the patterns and trends that don't just explain the past performance, but actually recommend the optimal course of action going forward. Omni-Channel architecture, that's designed to support all of the touch points, whether it's about responding to your customer at wherever they prefer to interact with you, or cycling the data from various activities back for further evaluation and analysis. Scalability, that's making sure your marketing data is based on a cloud architecture, which lets you in real time dynamically expand for heavier data loads and then contract during periods of lower use. And science adoption, that's adapting your data analytics and algorithms to all of your different targets and in the different industries that they may exist in. Finally, network visibility, right? So having better visibility, the easier then it becomes to take network decisions and lower the expenditure that you have on bandwidth.
Yes, I like the science of marketing graph here, Chip, and at the same time, let's also recommend, and this is where we get a bit provocative compared to other discussions people may have participated in around customer journeys, we have to look at other ways to gather customer data as well, because social and marketing anthropologists tell us that more than 90% of communication today is nonverbal.
Yeah, for sure. You once mentioned to me, Lisa, that in the age of high tech, you can't forget high touch, and that has always stuck with me. And so what does that really mean, right? For one, it's important to observe your customers in their natural environment. How do they work? What are they doing? What are they producing? What are they selling? Attend customer trade shows and ask them questions during breaks and at meals. Observe your customers actually buying your products or services. Another thing is, team up with your chief customer officer if you have one, right? And we have one at Infor, and we're very tightly aligned, with her. So because you need to look at the full customer life cycle and all the interactions and touch points with your company beyond just the marketing interactions, and use data and the comments that come from customer satisfaction surveys. All of that should come into the mix when it comes to creating the personal experiences.
So we've got some good advice here, Chip, on data gathering. Let's look at the next slide to see some examples of how to harness that data.
So data science can help sales and marketing teams predict next likely purchases. Lord Abbett is a financial services company. They created a custom dashboard with contacts, past purchase information, and more importantly, a prediction engine that was based on what similar clients are buying now. Much like what Amazon does with consumer products at the bottom of their pages. And Lord Abbett's sales team know before they pick up the phone what a client is likely looking for, and then they use that to their advantage in the call to build that deeper relationship and engagement.
Yeah, boy, I wish every advisor had that capability, and it's just such an exciting area right now with huge growth potential. I was just reading The Economist, and the co-founder and CEO of Netflix, Reed Hastings, had a great aphorism. He said, "One day we hope to get so good at suggestions that we're able to show you exactly the right film or TV show for your mood when you turn on Netflix." And so who knows what these analytics will be able to do for us to heighten our experience in 2 to 5 years.
It's definitely not guesswork. It's based on data science.
Most definitely, which brings us to tip number 1.
Think science before art, right. So use data science to make sense of the volume of data that's at your fingertips and to give you actionable insights to help you target and plan the right campaigns that are personal and help you build those relationships. And make sure you're incorporating predictive analytics that help anticipate what that next best choice is for your customers.